Now, but why am I on mute? Welcome everyone to our live. I'm so excited for today's live. I have the infamous Danny Spikes, and we are going to be talking about the hidden costs of building without a vision. Hey, Danny, how are you?
Kendra, can you see me?
I can see you. Can I hear you? That's the question. For some reason, you went a little on mute. You went mute. You're on mute for me, Danny. Let's see. I'm gonna let you. While you sort through that, I can see your mouth moving. I cannot hear you. All right. While Danny figures that out, today we're going to be talking about the hidden costs of building without a vision. Before we get into that, my name is Kendra Stephen. I am the founder and lead litigator at brandprotector.com. I help my clients protect their brands to increase their profits. Danny, are you back? Is the audio back? No, the audio still got you in a stronghold. I don't know what's going on here. I can't hear you. Let me just double check, Danny. Hold on. Let me just double check something for you. Guys, I just love when you're live and just all the things are happening at once. Yeah, no. It's you. It's you, my love. Go back and come back in again. I'm right here for you. All right, while Danny gets that situated, we're talking about that issue that most CEOs, most founders have, where they've launched a business, but they do not have the vision. They are just there working towards something whether it's to hustle to get money, get the bills paid, get things going, but the vision isn't there. And it's constantly feeling like you're being overwhelmed. Danny, we're going to try this audio again. No, ma'am. No. Did you go to your settings and make sure it's on the right audio? That is really interesting. I don't know why it's doing that to you. Try one more time for me. Okay. One more time. If not, then we're going to have to reschedule this when our audio wants to work, because I do want to hear what you have to say. All right. So when we're building our brands, our businesses, we have this tendency to launch, get things going, and maybe like what people say, like, building it as you're going, right? Building that bridge as you're going. But there needs to be, when you're in business, a vision for the business, a vision for what you're doing. And sometimes it's hard to really get that vision when you're in the day-to-day grind. Danny.
Yes.
Ooh, can I mean, is there something I could do? A cinematic something? Hold on.
Third
Because
time is a charm. With 8 minutes left on the clock, of course, this is when it wants to work. We're live streaming. Did you do my introduction already?
no, ma'am. I was like, Danny's going to do her introduction, but how about I had some cinematic music going for you just now? Did you catch that?
I did. I heard it in the background. It's so funny. We
Danny, come
love
on.
this. We love technology, and we love when technology works well.
Go ahead, Danny. Introduce yourself to the
Hi.
people for me.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Danny Spikes. I am the head of experience at Beloved Global Incorporated. Beloved Global is the parent company of Beloved Box, a luxury fragrance house for those with skin and other sensitivities. When I am not changing the world 1 cent at a time, I am also speaking and coaching, a professionally certified coach for over 10 years. I am considered the coach's coach. Not only have I coached the likes of senior VPs and CEOs, when Meta wants the best of the best, when the NBA wants the best of the best, when PNC Bank or Kaiser Permanente wants the best of the best, they call Danny Spikes. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Ma'am, I couldn't have done that intro for you the way you do it. There's no one else better than the Danny Spikes to do her intro. Okay. I'm just lay it down right there. Okay. We don't need nothing else. Danny Spikes.
You
This is
are enjoying this music, all of these adages, way too much. Today we're talking about the hidden cost of building without vision. So are we keeping this stream up, or are we going to take it down eventually?
We can talk offline and sort through
We
that.
can talk offline. I think it's great to let people see the kinks that happen in life. I think it's wonderful when you let people know that everything isn't picture perfect. I recently saw a post by a follower, someone that I follow on Instagram, and she said something that was really profound. She said, if you want something to go far, it has to be beautifully coiffed, perfectly edited, highly tailored to your audience. But if you want something to go deep, it has to be impromptu, imperfect, and it has to have all the glitches and things that just come with real life. And so this is real life. This is our first stream. And we're showing that even though you are the architect and I am the connector, and we are powerhouses in our respective fields, that everything doesn't always go perfect. Everything isn't always dotted and crossed absolutely perfectly. That doesn't mean you can't still show up. It doesn't mean you can't still do the things that you want to do. It shows progression over time, and it shows that you can still show up even when everything is telling you not to.
Oh, I love that you mentioned that because it brings me to you're not showing up because it's perfect. You're not showing up because it's imperfect and you're just rushing. You're literally showing up because the vision is what determines when and where you show up. If you are operating from the vision, it's not
Mhm.
about okay, the things don't work, this is broken. When you're focused on this is the vision, every decision is made in furtherance of that. Right?
Mm.
And so we had a couple of chances today. Let me just say it was real testy. And I
Real tempting to just say, hey, we'll do this next week.
will do this next week. But this is why you always need accountability and coaches and different people in your corner, different experts that work with you because they hold you accountable to the vision too, right?
Yep.
Once you're able to really articulate what that vision is, everyone
Mhm.
gets on board with the vision, right? Teamwork makes the what? Dream work.
Dream work.
Teamwork makes the vision work, right?
Yeah.
So when you have that vision, you can communicate that to your team. You can then find solutions. Okay, that didn't work. We found Zoom didn't work. Well, okay, we went to something else. I showed you a new avenue, and you're like, wait a minute now. I didn't know about this
I
avenue.
didn't know this even existed. I'm so excited.
The back roads, right? Whenever
Yeah.
you're driving, you ever like drove with like your mom or your dad in the area where they've driven all the time, and they take you on the back road, and you're like, this is
I
not
didn't
on
even know this was
Google.
an option to get here, right? So, what if we did this? We have 3 minutes left because we were
Yes.
scheduled to do from 1 to 2. Instead of doing a disservice to the hidden cost of building without vision, let's build on this experience, right? Because I'm going to post this to my Facebook, I'm going to post this to my LinkedIn. I want you to share, and I'll share as well in a quick minute, a time where you showed up in your business, in your practice, for your clients. You showed up for the vision and everything wasn't perfect. And I'll share a time as for me as well.
Mm. I don't, Danny, I want to share this with. I feel that some people might take offense to this, right?
Okay.
However, so my client had, and if you guys don't know, I work with a lot of entertainers, professional athletes, right? And so my clients, everything in Hollywood and entertainment is always hurry up and wait. Like there's always, and there's no consideration for weekends or whatever the case may be. Now, for me, I personally am not a big fan of working on the weekends. However, the vision is that weekend I needed to get this contract done because my client was due on set, right? Couple hours before she goes on set. And so when the head of the network, right, the president of the network is hitting me up at my daughter's soccer game and he's like, "Hey Kendra, is that contract done? Did your client sign it?" Now, my vision for that would have been, of course, she would have signed it the day before. And my vision is, and I could be in my feelings and say, "How dare you text me on my work cell on a Sunday? I'm at a soccer game. Be gone," right? But the vision is, I need to get this lady paid, and I need her to go on set to make her money. So I responded back. I looked at the final stuff. I edited what I could on my cell phone. Talk about that Lil Wayne line, closing $1 million deals from my iPhone.
Yeah.
Right there on the, like, literally on the sidelines. And I'm like, hey, the contract looks good. I looked over everything. Please go ahead and sign it so that you can go on set. Right. I had so many excuses. I have a baby. I have 2 other kids. My daughter's on the field. It's Sunday. And I was like, no, the vision was, when I took this on, was that you were going to sign this contract this week and this deal was going to get done.
Awesome. So I'm going to share mine really quick because we're at the 2 o'clock mark. The vision as a CEO. So I was offered and showing up when things aren't complete. So I know how the storyline of Beloved Box graduates. I started Beloved Box with the end in mind, right? And so we were offered an opportunity to do a pop-up at one of the biggest trade shows in the world when it comes to perfumery, when it comes to spa, when it comes to fragrance. Did we have the money to do the pop-up? Absolutely. We weren't even on a wing and a prayer. We couldn't afford the wings, so we were just on a prayer, right? But I know that these are the relationships that we're building to. This is what we created the brand for. And so where other people would have said no, I knew that this was a once in a lifetime opportunity to get into that space. And so what did we do? I picked up the phone. I called my manufacturer. I called friends of a friend. I called anyone I could and curried any favor that I could to get us there. It was at a 5-star resort where the rooms on average per night was $2,500. I spoke with the people, and it was a 5-day event. So you can think of the cost of just being at the hotel, because the brands that are there are global brands that have been around for 30, 40, 50 years, right? We're talking about Yonka. We're talking about Farmhouse Fresh. We're talking about Elemis. We're talking about Eminence. These are multi-million-dollar brands, and Beloved Box is showing up as the the little engine luxury that could. And there was so many, like you said earlier, Kendra, there were so many times I could have said no, we're just going to wait, or we're going to let this opportunity pass us by. But when you're building with the vision in mind, you always think at the forefront, where are we going to? It helps you make an easy yes, and it helps you make an easy no. And so it worked itself out. We were able to show up, and we were able to actually land our first 4 seasons. We were able to land our first 5-star resort. We were able to land our first several 5-star spas, simply because we know where we're going. We know what the direction is, and we said yes. So the next time we go live on LinkedIn and Facebook, we're going to be breaking down, as the connector, I'm big with relationships, as the architect, Kendra is amazing with building with the end in mind, how the hidden cost of not thinking about the end is costing your business.
Okay, we're there. Listen, Danny, thank you so much. With the Kinks, we're going to schedule it. Just look for it, the post, wherever you're watching. It's going to be scheduled. You're going to see when it pops up. Make sure you join so you can get the full spectrum of the hidden costs of building without a vision. Until next time, Danny.
Kendra.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. I'm excited for us to do this together. And I am excited of how many CEOs are really going to grow exponentially.
Exactly.
Right. Talk to you soon.
All. See you next time.
Bye.